Hello again everyone, how are you all? Hope you're all well. I am a big fan of the PlayStation 1. I also am a big fan of the Game Boy. If only there was some way to combine these two together, wouldn't it make one amazing, awesome console? You'd think so, wouldn't you? Let's check out what it is after this. Yes, that's it. You heard me correctly. You can play your original Game Boy games on an original PlayStation 1. You've just got to make sure that you've got the serial port at the back, otherwise this adapter isn't going to work. And the adapter is this. It's the Game Booster. I'm sure other people have made videos of this in the past, but it just made me laugh so much today that I needed to show it off to you guys. Right, as I said, you need the serial port, and that's where it slots in. Just like that. And I don't think styling wise it looks too bad. You know what I mean? It just sits there. It blends in nicely in the background. And then you've got your cartridge which slots in like that. Now, there are a few issues which we are going to get to in the video. One of the main things is not every game will work. It's very, very hit and miss. So the games I'm going to show off are just some of my collection that I managed to get to work. Others just won't even register at all. So if you're going to get one of these, just make sure you're probably not going to be able to play Pokemon. You know what I mean? This just doesn't work. So anyway, let's check out what games do work on this and how well they play. Let's take a look. And on powering on, we get this screen here, Game Booster 1998. And then, oh God, look at that amazing border. You know, and that's our Game Boy game in the middle. That's pretty much what we get. As you can tell, it is stretched out quite a bit. We do have menus we can go through, but let's see how the game actually plays itself. We'll go through very quickly because I want to show up a couple of different games. And you can tell, there's something missing. What is missing? That's it. There is no sound. Okay, how did they think that that was a good idea? Okay, and let's have a look how good the emulation is. Because this is Tetris, you know, how bad can it be? Right, you've got our brick here. If I move to the wall, I should not be able to change the shape of the brick. Look, make it longer, shorter, longer, shorter. This is just awful. This was sold to people. Oh, you know what? You can imagine how I would be one of those kids. It's definitely stretched. Look at that. Shorter. I would have been one of those kids that like saw the adverts or whatever else and tried to convince my parents to buy this. And yeah, bit of a disappointment. Alright, let's quickly turn it off and have a look. There is an inbuilt game of this thing as well. Let's have a look. If you take the game cartridge out, so now there's no game in there, and what happens when we power it up. Go for the same menus. And this time, nothing. Oh, there we go. Its own game is glitched out. We've got a rebound mission. This is the inbuilt game. It's the inbuilt game. And how does it play? Like crap. That's how it plays. I think the idea of the game is we've got to get the ball into that thing at the top without being hit. Well, this thing is actually quite difficult to actually hit. See, rebound, bounce it back at me. Yeah. Hours of fun. Next. Right, what other games have we got? Oh, I was going to have a look at games that didn't actually load. So we've got Pokemon here. Let's have a look. Will this one load? Because to be honest, I think Pokemon is the main reason why people would want to have a Game Boy adapter. Because it was a great way to share your Pokemon, to play it on the big screen. And what have we got? Nothing, not working. See, that's the only reason I got this game in there, is because there's so many games that don't work that you kind of need a little backup. So, no Pokemon games work. The very few games work. Games I've found that work, WarioWare, Wario World. We've got Darkwing Duck. That one worked quite well. Castlevania, they've been working. And Tetris as well, as you just saw it playing. So let's have a quick look at, let's go, I don't know, Castlevania. Just the silence. You know what I mean? There's nothing. It's just absolutely terrible. Oh, one game that does work in this, I can't find where I put it at the moment, is Ghosts and Goblins. Here's me saying it works, and it's glitched out again. Didn't do that. We've got to sit through this loading screen every time. Come on, work. Work? Please work? Is it working? Hey, it's working. See, look, how glitched was that, though, loading it up? I do like that some of them do have their own custom borders. That's quite nice. But again, no sound. I don't know what's worse. The lack of sound or the emulation. It's so slow. Because Castlevania has some great music in it. See, it works. I mean, they can't say it doesn't work. It doesn't work very well, but it works. Oh, anyway, I'm not going to show off any more of these games because this is painful to play, painful for you guys watching. Yeah, this thing is absolutely terrible. It is horrible. Who thought it was a great idea to have Game Boy games playing with bad emulation, no sound whatsoever? The inbuilt game in it is just atrocious. That's not even a game. Yes, granted, there are other features and functions you can do with this, but they're so glitchy and buggy that I just wouldn't even bother. It's as a novelty. It's you know, it exists. You know what I mean? That's all we can say. So, am I here to just tell you that this thing is a complete waste of time and to avoid it, and if you see one, walk away? Actually, no. Even though I'm slagging this thing off, right, today I was going to be doing a different video. I was going to be doing a video on really good 2D games for the PlayStation 1. Then I pulled the PlayStation out and this was attached to the back of it. Powered it on, went through all that, bad games and everything else. And then I remembered something. You can play CDs in here. So, how about get some good music, put on some Slayer, you know, something like that. And play your Mega Man, play your Castlevania, play Tetris with Wipeout music, you know. So let's have a quick look at some of these actual games playing with some good music in the background and see, is it a game changer? Right, as promised, let's see how we can make this better. Let's play some Doom. But we're not playing the actual game, we're just going to be playing the music. So, as I said, whilst playing the game, you can open up the disk drive, put your disc in, and now if we go to the menus. This is the part that made me want to do this video, to be honest, today. Was nothing about how good or bad this is, because I know the device is absolutely terrible. But if we press the top two triggers, once the game's in, as I said, you do have cheats and trainers and all the rest of it. I haven't got a clue how these work, so I'm not going anywhere near them. And if we can change, or we don't need to change that because it's 0, it's got its own. Screen size, normal, large. Oh god, we can make it even. I thought it actually shrunk it a bit. You can make it large. No. Super Game Boy on. Oh, that's, you can turn the whole device on and off whilst it's plugged in. And here, CD player. So let's play a CD. We also have to skip the track. Let's pick a good one. Right, now let's get back. Now that is definitely an improvement. Being able to play games like this Still very slow. I'll show you a little trick in a second, actually, what we can do. Kill the bats. So I'm playing Castlevania with a Doom soundtrack. If I press the 2 buttons again, and we go down to options, we can skip frame rates. So we go to that, and then go back again. Notice how faster it moves. So this device does have some things going for it. It really does. So, yeah, do Castlevania with Doom? Yeah, we can do that. Why not? What else can we do? How about some Twisted Metal 2 soundtrack to Darkwing Duck? Why not? It works for anything. Any music. I've even played Sega Saturn. You know, I was playing a racing game with Daytona in the background, which made it quite funny. Hang on, and just as easy as this, look. CD, get the right one. You have to go through all this to change tracks. That'll do. There we go. It completely changes the game. Doesn't change the fact that the emulation is god awful. Hey, and I'm dead. And how about some of this? Some Tetris with some Road Trip. Oh, it's just funny. I love it. It works with any music, as I said. And it just, when I put this on, it made me smile. I think it's because I actually really like this game as well. It brought so many memories back. Definitely changes Tetris. Hang on. One more song. Options, because I want to show you something else as well. CD player. Next track. Right, so we can play it with this. But now, look, normal speed. Why is this a thing? Why does it need to be at that speed? Oh, let's take it off quick, it's annoyed me. Oh, it did. It made me laugh when I found that. Game. No, not game. God, I can't get it off. Options. CD player. See, it's so annoying that you've got to go through so many menus. There we go. Back to normal. So, yeah. Is this worth... Is it a good device? No, it's bloody awful. But you know what? Let's get back to some final thoughts while I sit here and carry on playing with some poorly emulated Tetris, but with some great music. It's definitely a game changer. It doesn't change the fact that this thing is god awful. You know, Tetris blocks should not be able to change shape as they come down. They shouldn't be stretched across the screen. You know what I mean? It's just emulation awful. But when I was playing it with different music, it just made me smile. When I found out you could double the speed of the sound, I honestly, the first time I did that, I burst out laughing. I really did. Why is that a feature? But you know what? I'm glad that it is. Playing these different games with some different music over the background, no matter how bad the emulation, can't help but make you smile. So, would I avoid this? If you want to play your Game Boy games, there are a hell of a lot more ways to do it. You know what I mean? Go and get yourself a Game Boy adapter or the Super Nintendo adapter. You know what I mean? Go and get a modded Game Boy. You know, do that. This shouldn't exist. It's terrible. People who bought it back in the day probably played it for 5 minutes and went, well, that was a waste of money. This thing was probably sitting in bargain bins at, like, you know, pound shops and stuff like that. That's how bad it is. But it made me smile. And you know what? For that reason alone, it's worth owning. If you can find one cheap, pick one up, stick on your favourite music, and just, you know, have a laugh. Anyway, that's the end of this video today. If you like this kind of thing, please like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And follow me on this journey because we've got so much more to go through. I am going to be doing the video of the 2D games for the PlayStation 1 because I've got some of my absolute favourite games to show off. I really have. And we've got so much more to come. So, everyone, thanks for watching. And I'll catch you all again next time.